All right, it says that a collection of 77 quarters and dimes is worth $12.50. How many quarters are there? All right. So how do we set this up as a system of equations? Say that again. What do you think?
77.
Well, 77 quarters is a lot more than $12.50. So you got to be able to read properly here, right? And it's saying that there's a collection of what? Quarters and dimes, right? So the equation would be what?
Oh, I thought,
I need a system of equations. Tell me.
the, like 1250 divided by 77.
Nope.
I did my head.
What is it? Go ahead, Brady.
25 equals 1250.
Wow, you guys are killing me. Mr. Stauffer, why don't you help us out? Yeah, that would be you.
X is equal to X.
So, wow, man. Thank you, man. Wow, okay, let's just go on to number 2 now. X is equal to X. Are you kidding? Wow, okay, so let me show you how hard this is, guys. Really, very difficult. If there are 77 quarters and dimes, let's see if you can follow this logic.
Guess and check. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not what you're going to say, because you had every opportunity to say it. Quarters plus dimes total 77.
Oh,
I knew that. Yeah.
Now, what's the next equation, since some of you know it all now?
Oh.
Uh-oh, here we go. Listen to this.
Q plus D equals 1250.
Wow.
Oh, no. I'm so
All right.
good at saying
Hopefully, Stauffer, you have something better than X equals X. Go.
that. Q is equal to 77 minus D.
Wow.
D is equal to 77.
Stop talking. No one. Come on, give me another equation.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Listen to this one. This one's going to be real good.
I should have said that.
Shh.
Q plus D.
Stop. Somebody already said that. Well, listen to this one. Since you knew what it was before, let's go ahead. That's what you were going to say. So now I'm happy you're jumping in so you can't say I was going to say that when I write the answer.
0.25 plus 0.1 equals 1250. Oh my god. That's like,
Go. Here, listen to this.
Never mind.
The never mind is always an
I'll
option.
pass.
Wow.
No solution. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here, this represents the number of coins. All right, that represents the number of coins. The next one is the value. So a quarter is worth how much?
5 cents.
Yeah, some of you, that's the problem. You don't even know what a quarter is worth.
25 cents.
0.25Q plus, what's a dime worth?
Yes.
0.10D equals
That
1250.
was so close.
Yeah, you were actually close. I was kind of happy with that. Yeah. So again, look up, please, for just a quick moment. All right, everybody look up. Everybody look up. All right, so the first equation, and this is how it's going to be the whole way through. All right, the whole way through you have to write 2 equations. All right, now we know now how to solve equations with 2 variables. So every single one of these is going to have 2 variables. All right, and you're going to have to write 2 equations. So here, the number of coins total 77. The value of the coins total what? 1250. So to figure out the value of your quarters, just multiply by 0.25. To multiply, or to figure out the value of the dimes, just multiply by what? 0.1. Now, again, it's asking for how many quarters. If it's asking for how many quarters, then I must eliminate the what? You must eliminate the dimes. So if I want to eliminate the dimes, How could I do that? Tell me.
You subtract them over to the other side.
No.
Yeah, you multiply the top by 0.1.
No.
Negative 0.1?
Yes, there you go. We multiply the top by negative 0.1. So again, guys, I need everybody to understand or to highlight the quarters. Since we're solving for quarters, we need to eliminate the dimes. Since we're solving for quarters, we need to eliminate the dimes. All right, so I need to multiply the top by negative 0.1. All right, and when I do that, I end up with negative 0.1 Q minus 0.1 D equals negative 7.7. Does everybody see that? All right. Now, what happens? The dimes cancel. So now 0.25 minus 0.1 is what? 0.15. 0.15 Q is equal to 4 point what?
Wait, 2.
Wait, I can't see that.
I think it's 4.8. Does anybody agree with that?
I think it's 4.8.
All right. So how many quarters are there?
So now we have 4.8 divided by 18. Anyone? Someone else?
32.
All right, so there are now, we figured out, we calculated there are 32 quarters. Now, if I ask you about the dimes, again, from this position, you could just plug in up here, in for Q, and figure out what the dimes are, but that's not the question. All right, a lot of times on the SAT or the ACT, they ask for a specific variable. They don't necessarily ask for both. Sometimes they do ask for both. Then you have to find both. All right? So here we go. Everybody take a look at question number 2. The sum of two numbers is 32. How do I write that? Tell me, Max.
A plus B.
Yes, A plus B equals 32. Could you set X plus Y? Yes. Does it matter what letters you use? No. All right. Now the next one says one number is 4 more than the other. So how do I write that?
A plus A plus 4 equals 32.
Wait a minute. What? What do you think?
N plus 4, or N plus 4 equals N.
Well, but we start with A and B.
Oh, yeah, A plus 4 equals N. N equals B.
Yeah, you could say that. Now, the way I look at it, though, is here's how I want to show you. All right? One number. Does it matter what number?
No.
So I just started out with A. And again, understand, I'm not saying anybody's wrong with their letters. All right, but let me try to show you how simple it is. One number, A, in math means what? Equals. A is 4 more than what? B. I don't know why you guys are adding other things. All right, it's a literal translation. One number is 4 more than the other. A is B plus 4. Is anything wrong with that?
No.
A equals B plus 4. Is everybody happy with that? Any questions? All right, now I want to highlight, stop what you're doing, find the numbers. That means I have to find what?
No.
Both numbers. All right, now this is set up as a what?
Substitution.
Do we know how to do substitution?
Yes.
So moving on to number 3. We're just setting them up. All right, so don't try to solve it now. Just go down to number 3. I'd like to try to set up 10 problems helping you today set up 10 problems and you go back tonight and solve them. Because the hard part is to do what? Set them up. All right? The hard part is to set them up. That's why I want you to please pay attention. I also want you to try to get involved. Does everybody understand? If you just write down the translation, you're not helping yourself. You should try to make the translation before I tell you what the answer is. All right? And try to correct how you're thinking about the problems as we're going. It doesn't matter if you get them all wrong right now. All right? You have to try to make the translation. All right? So here we go. The length of a rectangle is 3 less than twice the width. All right? So we have that. Watson, tell me.
L equals 2W minus 3.
I could not have said it better. L equals 2W minus 3. Very good. Anybody have any issues with that? You have an issue with that? All right, now the next one says the perimeter is 54. How do you find the perimeter of a rectangle? What was it?
2 length plus 2 width.
That's right. So you would write down 54 is equal to 2L plus 2W. Do you agree this is set up as a substitution? Is this easy? Yes. Now, what does it mean, find the dimensions? We're looking for what? We're looking for the what? Length and the width. That's what the dimensions are. The length and the width. All right? We don't need to solve that right now. We need to set them up. That's what we're doing. All right, let's go to number 4. Bless you. Okay, now look, this one's a very good problem. Very good. All right, so I want everybody to read it. And then I want you to write down the first translation. Then I want you to read the second part and see if you can set up the second equation. Now, write it down. I want to see how close you are. Write down what you think the answer is. Write down what you think the answer is. This is the hard part. The easy part is solving. All right. Tell me.
8 plus D equals 66.
Yeah, now look, I'm happy with that, but listen, guys, what variables do I like?
X and Y.
Yeah, I just think we're so used to using X and Y that I'd really prefer that if you can. Now, perimeter, we use length and width, obviously, but you still don't have to do it there. I just prefer X and Y's, all right? So let's try to get in the habit of using X and Y. So he's correct. Let's do X plus Y equals 66. All right, so if you're there, that means you're halfway, all right? Bo. Wait a minute now. If the smaller number, do we know which one's the smaller number? Does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter. All right, so here we go. If the smaller number is subtracted from 2/3 the larger number, so tell me what that is.
So is it either x times 2/3 equals
No. All right, Max, tell me.
44 minus Y.
No, I'm not sure where that came from.
Oh.
Tell me.
X minus 2/3 Y.
X minus 2/3 Y. Okay, so now watch. We're going to write X minus 2/3 Y. So the smaller, that's not exactly right. It would be the other way around, right? What are we subtracting? Does that make sense, right? So again, look, guys, this is the point I'm making. I want you to make a mistake. All right? It's hard. This is hard, I'm telling you. And as we go down the page, it's getting harder and harder and harder. So if you're not working on trying to set up the easy ones, when you get to the hard ones, you're going to sit and stare. So you got to try. Even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. We're supposed to make those little mistakes right there. All right? The smaller number is subtracting from. All right? So that would make it,
2/3 y minus x.
so we're going to go 2/3, she says 2/3 y minus x. Now, the only thing I can say here is now have we established a larger and a smaller? Yeah, so in my position, I put over here L equals for large and S for small. The smaller number is which one? X, right? And the larger number is Y. All right, I just like to make myself little notes so I don't mess it up. All right? The result, keep going now.
Equals 1/3 x plus 1/3 x plus 1.
Tell her.
1/3 parentheses y minus x.
1/3 the positive difference. So if it's a positive difference, we would need to do the what? Large minus the what? Does everybody see that? So it would be what? Y minus x. All right, that's kind of tricky. Does everybody agree? Everybody good on that? All right, now I'm going to help you solve this one. All right, because we have some fractions. What?
I'm just really confused how you got the y minus x.
Because it says the positive difference. Difference is what? Subtracting. So you're subtracting the original numbers.
Oh.
Right? And then you're taking 1/3 of that. All right. So now, I don't really care about fractions, but does everybody agree it's easier if we didn't have the fractions? Right? So now I want to make sure everybody's seeing me on this. All right? I want you to put a bracket around everything, and we're going to multiply everything through by what? 3. All right, now we have a problem here, so I want everybody to pay attention. If I multiply by 3, what do I get on the left side? Beautiful. We get 2y minus 3x. If I multiply 3 on the other side, we just get what? Y minus x. You get y minus x. Now, you get what? Why do I just get y minus x? Yeah, there's a parentheses. So here I have to distribute the 3. But here, if I multiply by 3, these guys cancel out. All right, you either multiply what's inside the parentheses by 3 or what's outside the parentheses by 3. You don't multiply both. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
So now watch. Mental math. Does everybody agree y equals 2x? Do everybody agree with that? And now it's just a simple what? Substitution. Does everybody agree with that? All right, so figure that out tonight. Figure that out tonight. What? Understand how I got y equals 2x? I subtracted y, and I added 3x. You with me on this now?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at number 5. Yeah, so this one's hard. So we have a fraction, right? So let's make a fraction. What goes on the top of a fraction? The numerator, right? And what's on the bottom? All right, so there we go. If 1 is subtracted from the numerator of a fraction, so what would that be?
Does it mean the whole number?
Tell me.
N minus 1.
N minus 1. Right? So it just says if 1 is subtracted from the numerator. It doesn't say if 1 is subtracted from the fraction. The resulting fraction is what? 1/3. Then it says what?
If 2 is subtracted from the denominator, then the fraction is 1/2.
So what would I do there?
Minus d minus 2.
Say it again, I didn't hear you.
D minus 2.
Just d minus 2?
N over d minus 2.
Yeah, thank you. N over d minus 2 is equal to what? 1/2. Bless you. Does everybody agree with that? Any issues? Now, do you agree those are called proportions, right? So how do we solve a proportion? What was it? Cross multiply, whoever said that. Thank you. So when I cross multiply this top equation, you should tell me 3 parentheses n minus 1. Yeah, I said it. Is equal to what? D. When I cross multiply on the bottom one, I get what? 2n is equal to d minus 2. Now, does everybody agree I can just make this d is equal to 3n minus 3, right? And then I can just sub in. Everybody agree with that? All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, kind of tricky. All right, but now you know. All right, now let's try number 6. Now that I showed you how to set up number 5, see if you can set up number 6. Don't worry, just try 6. Let's go. All right, when you're ready, someone tell me. Tell me, good.
Alright, it would be n over d, and then you'd add 2 to n equals 2/3.
So write the equation.
N over d. Oh,
N.
over d.
Well, yeah, okay. So I think I understand what you're saying. N over D is where we start.
Yes.
So
Then you
then-
add 2 to n equals 2 over 3.
Yes. So that's what I want you to say. Just N plus 2 over D equals 2/3. So now do the next one. Go ahead.
N over d minus 1 equals 1/2.
N over D minus 1. Everybody okay with that? Anybody have any issues? And now we just do what? To get rid of the fraction. Yeah, cross multiply to get rid of the fractions. All right, I think you can do that now. Yes. All right, so 6, same as 5. All right, let's see something else. All right, number 7. All right, someone tell me now. Someone different. Let's go. Come on, same people. AC.
X plus y equals 36.
X plus y equals 36 and
X minus y equals 6.
x minus y. That one's super simple. All right, super easy. All right, everybody take a look at number 8. Mr. Varner, good.
So the first one would be x plus y equals 73.
Thank you very much. Now what?
So we'll use x as the greater number. So it'll be 2x minus y equals 50.
When the smaller number is subtracted from twice the greater. Is that good? So again, so from his notes right here, the x would be the what? The larger, and y would be the what? Smaller. That's nice. So I agree that's kind of easy, right? All right, I agree. What? All right, let's look at number 9. Kenzie, go. B plus G equals 158. The amount of boys is the girls plus 16. Does everybody agree with that? What's the matter?
Can we do G is equal to B minus 16?
Same thing. But more than is addition. That's why I use addition. But you're right. It doesn't matter.
G plus G, or G, yeah, G plus parentheses G plus 16.
That's what you're doing when you solve it. Right? You're just substituting in. That's where you're getting that from. All right? Last one. Yes. That's exactly right. There are a lot everywhere on standardized tests. What do we got?
So for the first one, 2w plus b equals 36.
Hold on. 2w plus b equals 36.
2w plus 2b equals
I think that's correct.
on this one, you could just do it fast by equals 20, right? And 6 equal to 8. So
W is what?
equal to 8.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But again, the point is not being able to solve it in your head. The point is being able to write the what? Yeah, it's to write the equations. All right, so some of them are easier, obviously, right? And some of you can say, well, I can just guess and check. We're not guessing and checking on the test. So understand that, right? Never. All right, you're solving it. All right, the numbers could be harder. Yes.
So to solve it, could you like move 2w over to the other side and then
You can do it however you want. Or you can just multiply the top by -1. You agree with that? Okay, guys. So your job tonight is just to finish solving 1 through 10. Everybody agree with that? All you have to do is solve 1 through 10. All right, we're going to try to do 10 each day. All right? Good job for today. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just leave it alone. It's my fault.